Hello, everyone. Let's welcome everyone to my pain. We got Sean, Wirt, Mad Mata, Cookies, Someone, and Kebab. Welcome.
We got a good crew here today.
We do. Okay, guys, so 2 disclaimers before I get started. One, my internet has been god-awful this week. Boring, welcome. So one, I am joining a Discord call with both Sherm and Vonte just to make sure that if my connection drops, they can yell at me, which will be fine. And then 2, my mom was not feeling good earlier, so I do reserve the right to impromptu end the stream. I will try not to, but you know, life happens. Yes, wait is finally over, Kebab. And last volume was probably my favorite up until this point. So we had the resolution of what was going on with Nico and his unforgettable power with his wife. We had the Billy reveal of both his power officially and his motivations, we think. And then also, in addition to that, we've got the loop structure. So this is loop 100. We knew that. But we didn't know how old Juiz and Victor were. So they're about 454.4 billion years old, give or take a billion. And then what else? So we also got the confirmation of... There was one other thing I'm missing. Eduardo, welcome.
Oh, music.
I think it had... Oh, Andy's existence. Duh. Like, it took so long for us to finally get that, and we finally got that, and I forgot about it immediately. It's been about, like, 4 or 5... longer than that. Probably almost, like, 2 weeks since I read this series. Lauren, welcome. That's okay. Appreciate you stopping by. We have a full crowd in here today.
I don't mix.
All right, so anything you guys want to remind me of before I get started? I think Vonte's gone.
Yeah, he popped out. No, I think that you pretty much said everything. So
Okay.
we're just all waiting on you to experience it.
Okay, last disclaimer. I know I said 2, but this is the third one. I was spoiled on 2 panels for this series. I think they're related to the same event, and I think we might get them this volume. So let me add Vonte back to the stage.
All right, there we go. I forgot about the app. I was like, oh yeah, this shit tripping. Internet was tripping on mine. So I was like, oh, let me get to the app. And boom, better.
All right, guys. So with that being said, let me get into the first chapter of volume 15, that being chapter 125, right about now. Okay, so we have the beginning, the middle, and the end. Undead Unluck, chapter 125, 11 minutes. Let's go. It's Lupin time. Miss Juiz. I'm doing this of my own free will. I suspect there are a lot of hard times ahead of me, but the 2 of us can manage them. So what I'm trying to say... Shoom! The loop user has been swapped out at long last, huh? But to think you'd cede your seat to this rookie. Have you lost your mind, Juiz? Shut up, Apocalypse. Oh well, I was getting tired of you anyway. Try to at least die in style. Apocalypse? You're another with whom I've shared a long history. I've always thought you would remain diligent, but at the very, very end, you screwed up. Thank you. We're not gonna give him any sort of anything. Look at his face. I've always enjoyed conversing with you very much. Ha! You moron. I'm the artifact Apocalypse. I exist to make you all struggle and suffer. You'd be right to hate me, but not to thank me. Haha, is that so? That's too bad. I've always considered you a part of the team. Just like a book veins? I don't think I've ever said that phrase before. There's some conditions you must meet to initiate the loop. Yes, sir! Teehee. The first is a large quantity of points. Points? Whenever you clear a quest, slay an Uma, or capture one, you accrue points that none of you can see. Alright, Light Yagami. But all you have is 4 from the capture of Spoil and Autumn, as well as from slaying Summer and Spring. That's not nearly enough. Too bad, so sad. She's just gonna get it from her boyfriend. Shut up. Yes, but points are transferable. Ooh. Oh, Victor's coming out to give her the points. Perhaps God expected us to fight among ourselves for them, but they miscalculated. Luna, transfer all of my points to Fuko Izumo. It's a deal. This will be the turning point for everything. I shall see it through to the end. I want to look at that again. Luna, I know, is human-esque, but there is sort of like Luffy Gear 4 type of surrounding her from the back. And that could be indicative of like a halo. And I know that we've said previously that like the 101 could be like the angels for God. Well, we'll see. Moving on. Thank you, Victor. What? You're done already? He left without saying a word. Fuko, you are now qualified. Qualified to sit in the first seat, which grants loop privileges. Dissatisfied? I realize these aren't points you gained on your own. However, your hard work helped move Victor. Koi. Walking her over. If you sit in that seat, you will be this organization's leader? What does that say? NSENSGUUIJJ, maybe? Unjustice. I'm surprised I could read that, but not the larger letters. All right, double spread. You're the new boss. Unluck. Oh, nice. That's a cool little touch. I don't know if I recognize that in the anime, if they even included that, or if this is brand new. The new union is now in your hands. Fu grips her beanie. All right, gives her a hug. Fuko, Miss Juiz, I'm afraid I can't say don't worry. I'm far too weak. But Mr. Victor told me once before that I was just like you, Miss Juiz, and I wondered in what way. But Mr. Victor went on to explain. He said that I was a stumpy with a tanuki face, but I was heedless of danger when it came to helping those who I cherish. That I was willing to bet it all for them. That spirit, that soul, that was what I had. So I know that much is certainly true. It's thanks to the union that I got to be this way, after all. Miss Juiz, you formed the union and tried so hard time and time again, so I have to say thank you for all you've done. We share another similarity as well. We're both crybabies. True. Those tremors just keep getting bigger. Fuko, our job begins from this point on. Please have faith and wait here. Proceed, Apocalypse. Ha! This is where the true trial starts. This table houses the most seats it's ever had, 11, which means it'll be 11 minutes till it's fully charged. I love that dynamic. But, that also seems to imply I could be wrong. Seems to imply that there is no limit. Or it could just be 12 like all other clocks. 11 minutes until Arc mobilizes. You'll need to endure God's attack, Ragnarok, in the meantime. Got it? Endure. I'm so happy. Huh? Oh, those are nukes going off, or those are planetary bodies? Or interplanetary bodies? They got to use Aegis. Up until now, I would always sit and watch my allies venture off to their demises. But now, I can finally fight. I'll be off now, boss. I will risk my life along with the others to ensure that you go through the loop. That was a great chapter.
W. Juice, W. Foucault, W. Crybabies.
You know what's funny, Boring? I was literally rewatching our reaction, I think, episode 16, and I saw that it was a quest for reward. So you mentioned that, and I just watched that earlier today.
He's talking about the base bunny hip from topic.
Got to represent.
Mm-hmm. The cover page? Yeah, it was great. Let me see if I missed anything though.
The chapter's extras, Clothy and Apocalypse arguing who's the worst Uma. That's easy.
Wow. It's Apocalypse slander over here, guys. Unless I'm missing something from the cover page. I mean, it's great to see that kind of movement from where they started to where they ended, unless you're talking about something else.
Oh, let me check. Oh, let me go back. 125.
Apocalypse is like, I am not your friend.
But what's the? Let me check.
Yeah, it's a growth showcase like
Yeah.
Circo Case and Mad Mata said.
Mhm.
Okay. And then one last point I meant to mention previously, but was not, didn't have the opportunity to do so, was that Juiz stated, I think to Billy, that the artifacts were created by God to defeat God. And the only way that she would know that is if she had a kind of like a view of what was going on. So I'm theorizing that some individuals with the present memories that they have within them could be condensed / crafted into new artifacts, potentially. So say, for example, Soul Calibur, like Akira, he could be crafted, and it could be related to the negator abilities. So like Andy with Remember, what's probably another good one? Maybe like Unghost, if there was a negator for that, is condensed into Soul Calibur. Something to think about.
Mm-hmm. Essentially, like they are the core, basically, of that artifact.
Sure.
Kind of like in Fire Force with I'm talking about the pillar or the Adora Burst.
Oh, she's the burning energy source inside of the nuclear power plant. That's dark.
Yeah. Very.
All right. Well, I think that pretty much settles this chapter. Very solid, not like earth-shattering yet, but we got a lot of setup. So It's still the first chapter of the volume. I am not concerned. I like that. Okay. 126 Advent. All right, we got Unburn and Agoo with Kiraku, I think her name was. The planet is getting very hot. Bank Rumble. All right, Shannon Mui. Oh God, her eyes still look devastated. Phil's just blasting the Uma lava or magma or whatever. Creed. Okay. I think he's in a hideout. I don't know. I don't know who that female character is in front of him. Might be Yusai. Oh, he is going after Ishin and Top. Uma Cloud, okay. Chikara flying around. There's Shen. Where are you running off to? Oh no, Yusai's with her family, thank goodness. Then who was that at the bottom? Is that Miko? Oh, okay, so Creed's at Union, and I believe that's Miko. All right. I think this is a double spread? Nope, not a double spread. We got Tella. We got Uma Microphone? Okay. Lucy, Billy, Tatiana. Ha ha! It's starting, says Unruin. The final war, Ragnarok. Endure for 11 minutes. I'll fight too then. With my unluck attacks with Andy, I could... No. Oh, wait a minute. Before I go any further, if the arc does break next time or during the next loop, that means that there will be no delay for Ragnarok, so it will be instantaneous once they reach that 101st penalty. Arc has already started charging to conduct the loop. Leaving the first seat would cause it to reset. Please believe and wait here. Let's go, Andy. Andy? It's always like this. Ever since the day that I hugged Mom and Dad, the people I cherish the most always disappear from my life. Fuko. He's got to give her a remember, right? Aw, he hugged her. What? You idiot. Don't use this sacred round table to host your makeout sessions. Don't tell me this late in the game. You're blaming yourself for everyone dying or whatever. You can't even kill me good enough, so don't go acting like you're some god of death. All we need to do right now is grab hold of that baton that everyone has passed to us so that the two of us can go through the loop, get stronger, and come out on top next time. Ain't that right? Yeah. Will you get away already? We don't need any strokes of unluck here. You got it, Chief. Sorry to keep you waiting. Grab hold. Right. Fuko. It's just 4.6 billion years. I can live that long if it means seeing you again. I knew that line was coming, but damn does it feel good to hear it. Catch you on the flip side, right? So as Arc is charging up, is it still vulnerable to attack? Like, what would happen like midway if she got to like 2.2 billion years and she had to survive for herself or something like that? Ooh, Luna. Who are you? Exalted One. Teehee? New first seat. Unluck. Fuko Izumo. Let us chat for a little while. So, that's it? Yes. That is God. Son. Ooh. First of all, disgusting. Secondly, Interesting depiction. It almost seems like the boils are individual pieces of God. So is he doomed to like an eternal life within the sun? Moving on. Time until Arc mobilizes. 10 minutes, 30 seconds. The one who validates this world. Pop, 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 pop.
He is here.
Okay.
Remember that last combo we had? I was like, what if God is the sun? Because of the whole tattoo being the sun. There's something.
Makes sense that Unruin
Victor
and Seal both came from the sun. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Pretty cool. That shit looks crazy. I always like silhouette, like shadowy figure types, especially when it's like a god or a deity. It just looks crazy as hell.
And it makes so much sense here because of sunspots and everything. Like, it's a really just clean, simple design.
Mm-hmm.
Man,
No
Seal
wonder God is
after
the
Ishin and Top. I don't like that.
Mm. Oh yeah, you had predicted that too, right?
I did.
Last
Yeah.
one. Yep.
I was like, hey, what's that crack in the sky? Well, they're probably going after him.
Boring said, no wonder God is such a petty jerk. Bro's covered in boils for real. Bro is mad.
Got him. Got him.
Okay. Good question. If galaxies didn't exist from the beginning, how come the sun and moon are there? My quick answer is just that the mangaka Tezuka just decided, you know what? Why not make these two things the core, the progenitor of everything? But if there's something in the series that's kind of hinted at why exactly it's like this, I don't know. I can't think of anything right now of why it would exist before the galaxy exists. But going back to like all planets revolve around the sun, I'm guessing like the entire galaxy in this case revolves around the sun, which is just another take on science, just in a fictional story.
Yes. His nickname is Urine, and I will not elaborate. Moving on.
11 minutes.
10 minutes and 30 seconds. Don't get ahead of ourselves now. So, chapter 127. Oh, this is different, like golems from each of the points. So, I don't think maybe that was God that was attacking Andy and Juiz. It might have been the actual God, but these look like golems in place of the actual sun itself. Juiz, what is this? What are we supposed to do about this? That is such a crazy paneling. And guys, I will say this until I am blue in the face. Read Land of the Lustrous. There's some symmetry here, symbolism here. And like, I absolutely love that series. It's my second favorite series of all time behind Attack on Titan. And there's some stuff in this volume specifically that very much reminds me of that. All right, God punches down, shatters the earth. Boom. A blood shield. Okay. Fuko looks up. She is just sweating. I'm sweating. It's kind of hot in here too. But has God launched their attack? They're not attacking. They simply stood up. Shit. That wasn't an attack. You'll know when it's an attack because you'll be dead. Oh, who exactly are you? I am God. Huh? My name is Luna. I am the other God that created this world. Okay. There's the discrepancy. Vonte and I were talking for the longest time about how she might be godly or like fate because of the fact that, like, why would God create things to both destroy and have himself be destroyed? Doesn't make sense. The other God? There are two gods? Then the one on the surface is, yes, that one is Sun. They birthed the Umas, determined the rules, and created everything in this world. They are also God. I love this from a biological standard because there's this statement that if the sun were suddenly to go out, we would still have 7 or 8 minutes of sunshine before the end of the world, because nothing can live without the sun. You can't have any sort of agricultural, like most of the living things on this planet would be dead or frozen. What's the difference? And they also have something called the Goldilocks zone in astrophysics, to where this is how they determine where. Wow, hold the phone. I'm getting like science brain mode. What is behind him? Are these all the various Umas, or are these all the boils popping and these creatures are coming out? Oh shit. I love the symbolism. God, the sun, giving life and taking it away. All right, going to step down. Uma Burn is out. There's a Nessie. We got this weird like fish thing. We're just gonna have to do this then. All right, Chikara for the save. Just 10 more minutes. That's how long I have to stop them, right? Chikara. Shoom. Billy, the operation continues as planned. Chikara. What the fuck was that? Is that a ball? A cannonball? It did come from behind and it blew his fucking arm off. Listen well. This is a game between them and myself, the sun and the moon, to see whose vision the world will shape itself into. Whoa.
You punk ass gods. A game? This is a game? And we were right once again. Sun, moon, great. Because it just didn't make sense. We kept trying to wrap our mind around, like, why would God do all this bullshit, also cheat in certain ways, but you still want them to kill you? Now we got our answer. Moon, she's doing what she's doing. God, he's doing what he's doing. Great stuff.
That wasn't an attack. He simply stood up. What?
So what hit Chikara is what you saw on that panel shooting out of Sun's neck. So it went all the way around the world and hit Chikara from behind.
He no scope shot him. He was not looking
across the earth.
That is crazy. If that was like 10 inches to the right, Chikara would be dead upon impact.
This is the level that we're dealing with right now.
So why does Luna have the capability to only give us these measly, like, rewards? They seem so powerless in comparison. Obviously, like, the sun is bigger, like, the sun can be considered more powerful, but if she's also a god, I don't know. It seems like you haven't given us everything.
What's up, Matt Motto? What's the theory?
I'm sorry, guys. I have not been looking at chat. I've been trying to read as much as I could.
Oh yeah, Uma Fish here. 6 double spreads. Yeah.
Oh, I know. I left it on the double spread the entire time.
Man.
This whole volume is full of double spreads, I feel. It's crazy.
Yeah, Mad Mod, I think that's what I was saying earlier, that like this does not seem like it's the real God. Like, will the real God please stand up? So this could definitely be the junior version because we've set that precedent with other Umas in the world. Yeah, I could definitely see this being not like the actual God. Because we had those multiple, like, you can kind of call them like nuclear explosions that were across the planet. And then there seems to be one of these black godly figures at each location. I don't even think I read the chapter title. Luna and Sun.
When I seen that, I was like, "Oh shit!" We were literally just talking about that. Cool. And then just the last part, her saying that this is a game between me and him. A game?
Hey,
Like, stop.
immortality is lonely. I gotta play some
Jesus
games.
Christ. Yeah.
You got any
That's what-
games on your planet? I mean, your phone?
Just bored ass guys just doing shit over and over. It's like, okay,
This ain't like any game of Monopoly I ever played.
You're not playing it right.
for it's really on some dimensional shit. Just letting your like created character in the game just you're spectating, you know, just setting up different matches and whatnot.
Yeah, if they are multiple gods that are on the planet, I was thinking maybe we could like team up versus them. But this seems like it's going to have to be a solo fight. I don't feel like you're going to be able to just expand the resources as much as you'll need to. Like, you need to take out each one of these. Each one of these is apocalyptic level threat.
And we got to see Andy be scared. Like, when... Obviously, we saw him scared for Fuka, but when's the last time we saw him scared of fighting an enemy? He didn't have an answer for this.
Uma Spring is one thing, even like phase 3 that was like massive. The thing probably comes up to its shin. It's like Eren Yeager and Bertholdt in Attack on Titan. Like, what are you supposed to do? Like, just poke him in the shin? No. I will say it's a nice touch that they're both God and they both have that same like cosmic outline. It kind of looks like static. That's on both Luna and on Sun.
Yeah. It made so much things make a lot of sense. This chapter, it made so many things make sense because, yeah, and then even like the dialogue from how basically the Umas are created and how they confirmed it here, how Umas were created to pretty much make humanity suffer and whatnot. And then, as you can see now, God, that's his kiddos right there. That's Sage of Six Paths with his tail beast right there. Basically.
Become my son.
And you see that boy Burn. Remember, Burn said you wanted to meet God. He was the first one there. He said, "Hey, Pop,
hey,
Father.
That's my dad. It's my dad. Guys, that's my dad." What's the stupid Nessie platypus dragon?
My boy Chikara. I was like, turning the page like that is crazy. Like, you see Andy like, yeah, let's go Chikara, cheering him on, and then turn the page, boom. Like, what?
I think he did see it coming. It's just he couldn't do anything about it. It was coming in too fast. Because there's an exclamation point on page 15, and like he says Chikara, but like there's just not enough time. And that's like one cannonball shot. That's not like the main body. That's not like any of these little offsprings that it's making. Oof. All right. Well, chapter 128 is next.
Yes, sir.
Chapter 128, Strict Defense. This is footage from outside. People like to observe, don't they? At least, that is what Juiz would always do. This is a game to see whether the world, the lives, everything which we created is capable of reaching us gods. I like the timer there at the bottom. Chikara. I bet on people and created the artifacts. Sun bet on the rules winning and gave birth to the Umas. Chikara! Chikara! Let us watch together to see just how long people in this loop are able to fight back. Andy! There's no time to grieve. God will be using every means to fend off our attacks, which is why we need unluck. Yeah, I've got some. Plenty, in fact. Cough. I'm sorry. I need to stop them longer. That was long enough. You did a fine job. Thanks to you. What in the Bleach Eisen Garatagantan portals are we doing here? Everything is ready. Oh, those are portals. Agoo! Let's do this, bunny girl. Aye, aye. Throw something like a blanket. Oh, that's her. It's not a blanket. That's her. Don't you let go of me. Okay. It's as Lady Juiz said, your weight causes your feet to bury themselves in the ground. In that case, I will ensure that foot is never drawn from the earth, says Yusai. Yusai? Creed, are you ready? All I need is your permission. Just say it aloud. Whose weapon is this? By mustering together all the electricity on Earth, that device can manage to fire a single concentrated shot, multiple concentrated shots. The Super Dreadnought Union Lethal Weapon Superior Buster. I transfer possession of it to you. It's a hyper cannon. Aye, aye, ma'am. Undecrease. Shen. Roger. Come on, Mr. Andy. From Nyata Miss with... oh, from Russia with love, I think is the phrase, if I'm not mistaken. Grab. That's a weird panel. Going on up. This part is up to you. Oh my god, this thing is massive. I ain't letting you go any further. Hit it and make sure you blast us both to smithereens. Whoo! That is a clean double spread. Andy is getting eviscerated. Just a little more. Hang in there, bunny. Okay. I shall not let you go. Warning, warning, warning. It's overheated. Even with an unbreakable frame and undecreasing energy, the internal cooling system ain't able to keep up. I did it, Agoo! Puko, I did it! She's quite the kid. Now it won't be able to get back outside, Agoo. and she's stuck inside of the suit. So I do think that's kind of her negator ability. Or the suit being her negator ability, or linked to it, I guess. I wonder if Rip Woo and Big Sissy say I did a good job. You bet. You're freaking awesome. Ah! Sizzle. What are we doing? Eee! Engine, what's wrong with unburn? I can only negate burning and combustion. I can't do a damn thing about heat. Oh my gosh, she's getting popped like a popcorn kernel. This lousy it uprooted the ground itself. So not even that was enough, says a portion of Andy's forehead. Yeah, I'll leave it to you. Status. Holy shit, Victor's joining the fight. 8 minutes and 20 seconds left. Good work. Let's put it all on the line and use the sacred spirit treasures. Oh no, did Agu die? That is just uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So like engine is running forward. Like, is that her on the ground, or like I can't even tell? I honestly can't tell.
Suzuka, why you gotta show, or kind of show?
Or is that
why you gotta
Chikara
have this kid
body? Burned alive? Bruh.
Yeah, she was cooked alive in the suit, essentially.
And it's so unfortunate that Unburned could do nothing about that specifically with the heat.
Because it's heat.
But he can do all the rest. I'm like, damn. That's
So
damn.
did something get inside of the suit, or was it like her sealing up this sun then caused her actual body to constrain the heat, or at least attempt to?
Right, exactly. Because she put it in the egg, like it then was heating her up as well. And I just want to remind you, back on the stream we had on April 22nd, almost a month ago, you said that Agu would put an egg around the sun. And you said that as a throwaway joke. So,
Yeah, I have my moments.
also on the gun, it said, from Nico to Miko with love.
To Miko? Stop it. I thought it said Niata or something. But yeah, that's
It's a little scrunched.
That's fine.
And that electricity shot, one shot buster, superior weapon shit. Wild.
All the electricity on the planet? What?
Yeah, that's a little insane.
Like, what do you mean? I understand the sun's like 5 miles away, but still. I don't see how we're going to defeat God. I don't care, like, what Unluck does. Like, I don't know.
That's making me think, like, in-game stuff like Fuko. At first I was thinking, like, okay, Fuko might end up using Unluck on the gods. I'll say she definitely can't use it on Sun. Like, what the hell is she gonna burn? How would Luna? I guess maybe if it comes down to that in game, yes. But
I guess like maybe the constitution of Sun. Like I can think of like I think it's called the supernova, to where it implodes from the inside, or much like our own sun, to where in like 5 billion years it's gonna burn out and die. I guess. Like if Fuko were able to touch the sun, which might be able to, I guess, speed up that process, maybe. God damn!
I was
Rip
find a way
Agu,
to like
man.
cool
What
down
the hell?
but that's impossible. Yeah.
Dude, that voice actor, she is going to kill it in the anime. And that I could hear the scream right now. And it's making me so sad.
Man.
I did it, Puko! Burns to crisp. Like, no, Armin!
Yeah, I was literally about to say-
Don't
I was
go!
thinking about that.
Don't go, Armin!
Engine needs to change his interpretation of unburned for him to be useful against God.
Well, he'll have it next.
Maybe that would be it. Maybe like for Fuko to touch, like I'm thinking if she were to be able to touch God, they would either have to find a way to like cool down a section of him, or unburn would probably also be an assistance there. But you gotta do like a lot of different shit to do that, because I don't know how much it would take to cool the sun down to it, down so that she can actually touch it without burning up.
You want to know what's also kind of depressing is that depending on how Remember works, a goo could literally have this memory eternally, like Nico does with Unforgettable, and like Chikara could have this memory eternally. If Remember, it's like, however Remember works, it's going to mess up some people. Like, sure, we might be able to build the team, but they're going to have this trauma from losing this fight and knowing what's at stake if they do lose.
Not only that, but Juice has watched this 99 times, and Fuko is going to remember this. Fuko is going to remember this, regardless of Remember.
Wolf, what up? And no, I don't like that analogy, even though it is accurate. He said, the crock pot? God damn. On that note, let me go to the next one. Okay, chapter 129. There's one question that's been on my mind all this time. 129, Sacred Spirit Treasures. This indescribable sense of warmth that you continue to give me. This is before Uma Love, I guess, was in the world. Have I done anything to repay you for it? Even for just a fraction? 1 in 100 million's worth? Here's your chance, bud. Not only have they fended off your abilities and survived a blast from your strongest weapon without a scratch, but without unburn, if you were to get too close to them, you'd all burn to a crisp in an instant. He's been doing this in the background. MVP, I'm sorry we talked about you. We were like, oh, we can't light a cigarette? Oh, woe is him. He is saving them from being boiled alive. Sun is just 2 steps away from destroying Ark and stopping the loop from happening. Andy, tag me in. I want to be there, right by her side, tending to her up until the end. Juice's death is what I've always wanted. This will set her free. But why do I have this urge? I want to help her until she takes her final breath. In exchange, in the next loop, I won't come out again. I just need to know, oh, this is a deal with the devil. He won't come out even if Andy needs him. I need to understand what these feelings are that Juice gave me. This is masterful character writing, by the way. Come right back after you're done. Waiting 4.6 billion years is my job. Right. I thank you. Love the ways the eyes are drawn here. Thank you. This is the last time, after all. We'll bet it all on the Sacred Spirit Treasures. Right. It's been 4.6 billion years since we last met. Sun. Pew, 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 pew. Meteorite shower. Come forth. Age, not yet. Leave stopping their little stones to me. Dead Road? He stopped them. He really stopped them. That's way more force than what he showed against us. So he was holding back. All right, we got the Theroblast coming in. Here it comes. Now. Oh, look at this page, guys. Oh my god, there's like 4 different colors of white. Wow. That is intimidating. Wait, is this the same one they sealed up? Did he break out of the egg once Agu died? Bruh. Superb. Subarashi. They would have been wiped out without that. A superior artifact. Weapons of my own creation, capable of killing sun. One of the 3 sacred spirit treasures. Aegis. If you hadn't continued to clear quests to preserve the Earth up until 2020, there would have been no locating that spirit treasure. I suppose that means it was worth increasing the number of seats at the round table. Very interesting. Come forth, and that part of the ground getting lifted up. Oh, what is this? Where's my katana at? Possess Juize's Fear Boy Saber Rebellion, and Rebellion as well. So after 99 loops, finally, 2 spirit treasures will be taking on God. Fuko is so distraught. She's going through so many emotions right now. Victor, why me? This sword belongs to you. No, it doesn't. Bro, that is a crazy design. It's like, it's a living sword, I think? Not since I gave up on slaying God and put my efforts towards killing you instead. Indeed, Rebellion's power is fueled by vengeance. Juize has never once lost heart, nor quelled her rage toward God for even a second. So Juize, on justice, is worthy of wielding it. Imbue the sword with all the hatred. Oh, we got all these different times they failed. Gina dying, Uma burn. I see you, Void. What else? Nico getting blasted. I think that's when they lost a spoil. You've accrued over the course of those 99 loops. I'll imbue it with the bitter regrets of my late comrades. He's eating with Nico, Gina and Juize. They look like housewives. Void boxing it out with Victor, with my own powerlessness. And lastly, I'll imbue it with the rage. Oh, he got shot with something, or just missed. Or no, she jumped up. Good Lord. Of the torment he's caused you these last 455.4 billion undying years, I'll imbue it with my rage against God. That's also a crazy page for page 18.
That saber is wild. Rebellion.
You already pointed it out, but my favorite panels in this chapter are just the panels of Fuko staring at Luna with just unbelieving in her eyes, the unbelief, the hatred of just like,
a game.
You're doing it right.
This ain't no game.
Just seeing
I
those
call
emotions.
I don't know what her existence is. Like, obviously, from a humanity standpoint, yes, I would agree. I don't know what her existence is like. Like,
fuck them, both. Fuck them. A game.
Fuck them. That's why.
For them, it's different. But it's just like it went like you said from our perspective, it's like damn, it's like you're over here laughing and having
You guys are
fun
playing
time
checkers.
watching. Like these
Come
are my
on.
friends out here dying, getting cooked, literally getting cooked.
Oh,
And that was the spoiler I said in the beginning of the video when I said don't click on it because like the third word was me saying talking about Luna.
oh, okay. I mean,
Yeah.
fuck them. That's why. Oh. Yes, I did just bust out a katana. I am a weeb through and through, Wolf. Ba-dum-bum-bum.
They playing. Shit, this makes me want to see the Umas fight Luna. So the opposite. Or I wonder if they have tried before.
I wonder
Sun's Battalion.
if Rebellion can be used for multiple users or if it's only the rage of one wielder. Oh, that'd be a cool idea. Like, what if Fuko uses it because she's such an empath? She could be raged on behalf of others. And even like her faces this chapter. God, she is just distraught. Understandably so, but damn. That was a fantastic chapter.
Notice how we don't have one more artifact. Sacred treasure
Heart?
Mm-hmm. So
yeah, so they either didn't find it or weren't able to retrieve it before all this went down with Ragnarok getting sped up, Nico betraying them, so on and so forth.
Mm-hmm. Heart is the key. Love, heart. Things we've been spitting forever. Gotta be. Oh yeah, for sure. The kindest ones that have the scariest wrath for sure. That's a different kind of wrath.
Am I back? Can you hear me now, guys?
Yeah, you're back. I see.
Okay. What I was trying to say is that I got interrupted with the Umas that were spawning, or I guess congregating near Sun earlier, is that I think we're going to see some of these artifacts get crafted while Fuko is just sitting there or even looping. Yeah, I know. I warned you guys. I said my internet's going to be going out.
Get hit by Chikara.
I realized Vonte was talking and he wasn't acknowledging anything I said. And like normally we don't like talking over one another. So I was like, okay, well, better check the connection.
Maybe the real heart was the friends we made along the way. Low key, like no, for real, like that's a valid joke. One Piece, is it real? Oh, is it?
One Piece is real.
As Vonte says, love is the name of the game.
Yeah. That and loneliness. Like, what's going to be the outcome of this game? Humanity dies or humanity stays? Alright, guys. So I would love to shoot the breeze a little bit more, but obviously you saw my internet go out. So I'm going to pull up chapter 130 next. Okay, 130, it's for your own good. I don't like that title. I'll imbue it with the rage of the torment he's caused you these last 455.4 billion undying years. I'll imbue it with my rage against God. Feed upon my life rebellion. Oh, I feel like it is taking her life. Victor? Yeah. Oh, this is adorable. What is all this? What? It's the armor I made for you. Yes, but I cannot move. Undead / Unjustice. He's got an apron on. That's adorable as well. Well, you're going to have to live with it. You'll be looping a whole lot from now on. I'll be fine since I'm undead, but you won't heal if you get hurt. Just wear that and give orders from the rear. Leave the combat to me. It's for your own good, Juiz. Ka-chink. What the? If you die, it's all over. Be that as it may, I'm through having you protect me all the time. I want to fight with you. The parallels with Fuko is just top tier here. Ugh. At least wear the damn helmet. Okay. Jeez. 6 minutes, 30 seconds. Damn, we're not even halfway yet. She pushed him back. We can do this. Creed! Laser shot. Victor! I swear, none of you get it. Why can't any of you leave things to me? It's over if you all die. If I were on the front lines, then all you'd have to do is support me. Allies are unnecessary, Juiz. The more people you add to the party, the more people you'll have to protect, and the greater the burden you'll bear. It's a good thing she didn't listen to him because of the fact that she was able to get so many seats to where they were able to go on so many quests to be able to get Aegis. So a little bit of a double-edged sword, but I do like that she kept to her own ideals, which she's always done. It's for your own good, Juiz. Cast aside these so-called allies, and everyone's help is necessary. That half-assed help was the reason you almost died out there. Victor, this mission is no longer ours alone. We can't defeat God without everyone's help. One day, when we amass a party you approve of, that is when you will cover me. Victor. He looks younger there. Right. All right. Okay, so the shield deflects it in the back. Oh! She's getting so excited. She stabs down into Sun. Laser shots. Follow Lady Juiz. You got it. Not half bad, Unfeel. With you cooling thing. Oh no! What is he doing? He's bleeding from orifices. I can fire this baby as much as I want. Phil, what are you doing, my guy? Victor, it's amazing, isn't it? I pulled together some amazing allies. 320 to go. Juiz, it's for your own good that you die. Oh, her helmet's cracking. That you just forget about me so that you can finally live happy. 3 more minutes. Cough. Just a little longer now. Juiz, if you will allow me such a chance, then in the next loop, you and I could once again. Down goes Juiz. Yep. You'll forget everything and live a life of happiness. It's for your own good. Miss Juiz! It was supposed to be for your own good. So what is this feeling of sadness and rage? Is this my favorite panel of the series? Good Lord. And I love how it's on, like, it's not a double spread, but both of them are connected.
Yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm.
It is a masterful panel.
And instantly when I seen that, I was like, you know what? Because remember how he told Andy, like, I won't come out again in the next loop. This is
Oh,
our
he
deal.
definitely will.
Now he will, and now
Yeah.
if he gets a chance, he's going
For
to
sure.
go to Juiz, and even if it's going to be very different, I can't wait to see that. That's going to be wholesome, but also kind of because she's not going to be, since she's not number one no more, and not in the arc, she's going to be a bit different. So I wonder how that's going to go.
Although I will say, this will, even if it's temporary, give Victor a power up if he were to then pick up Rebellion. Because now he has an even higher level of rage that I don't think he thought was possible before she died. Because she has
never
not
seen
died
him like that
until this point. Nope,
Yeah.
absolutely not.
Never seen him like that.
And it's another little subtle detail, but you can kind of discern the level of naivete of Victor based off of how open or closed his eyes are. Like, and that's not just like, oh, he's a kid, he's a wide-eyed boy. Like, no, he definitely did not know enough about the world in the past. And then, like, as he started to grow and got all of these emotional injuries over the years, that's when his eyes started to become more thin.
Yep. But I feel like this is going to be done really well in the anime. I can see it ending the episode. It's perfect.
This is going to be the end of season 3. This bout, it's going to be like the second or third to last of the season. They have to pop off for this.
Oh, yeah, they 100%.
David Productions absolutely will pop off with the animation and the sound effects. The sound effects are going to go crazy.
I want to hear what they got, like the sound effects for God, the sound design for him or for Sun. I wonder how that shit goes.
I have a prediction, but I'll hear yours first. What do you think it might be?
What? Oh, like the sound?
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be in multiple different ones. Like I think how do I explain this one? Like I don't know how to explain. Like a sound is like murmuring, but like a like space. I don't know how to explain it. But
I was thinking like white noise, or in terms of
something like
the
that.
sun actually does make a sound, and it's kind of unsettling. I'll see if I can try to send in the group chat later, but it's like this dark humming, like very low tone type of feel.
You can even use the boils and like have like the popping of the boils, like
Popping.
Echo. I think that'd be pretty cool.
Like a lava bubble popping.
Yeah, but like with an echo effect, just to make it, more grandiose.
Bill, he's probably next up. He's bleeding from orifices, and that's never.
If this shit was a movie, that would actually be pretty fire.
A movie for this? Stop it.
I would love it.
Stop it. You want to talk about Demon Slayer numbers?
Man. Cookie said that the next 2 chapters peak. Yes.
The next 2? Okay.
Yes. Yes. Those 2 personally were my favorite in the series.
How many more chapters I got? That was 130. What am I reading up to today? 133 is it? Damn, I only got 3 more?
Hey, but
I feel like
some 3 more right there.
They went by like super quick.
That's because there's a lot more action panels and panels without dialogue
Don't
to
have to
take
read
in.
much.
Right. Still just as impactful though, honestly.
All right, guys, I am a little parched. I'm going to get a quick refill on my water, and then I will be right back.
All right, all good. Man, it's crazy though, because it's like when I was reading, I'm like, damn, like we're all popping off, making that big ass fucking electricity gun thing. Everybody doing their thing out here, using all their abilities. I'm like, damn, they're going crazy. And then just thinking back to Juiz talking about how she assembled the best team that that she's ever had, and then now seeing them against God right now, and they're down. They are down. That's just crazy because it makes me think like when it comes to the next loop, what the hell, like how much better are they going to be, and like what kind of training or like what things do they have to do to in order to get even better? Obviously, artifacts is like that's a huge assist, but like how much better do everybody have to be? Like I can't even imagine it.
No, there are absolutely some level ups that have to happen.
For sure. From pretty much everybody, too. Yeah.
From the whole squad, under Union, all of them.
Yeah, they might need some extra help, man. Well, man.
How did you feel, Vonte, when you saw that Undead Union and Under were teaming up? Obviously, like you want to live, but did you expect that? How'd you feel about that?
I expected it, but not in the way that it happened. I thought that Under was going to pull up like with Billy, because he's already had affiliation with the Union. I didn't expect, like, for example, for Creed to kind of be like geared up and saying like yes ma'am to Juiz. So I think I can see where you're coming from, but I didn't care. Ultimately, I was like, all right, we need it. Fuck it.
3 chapters left. We're still... All right. I am now slightly rehydrated, so let me get into it.
Here we go.
Here we go. 131. Thank you. Superb. A single person's hatred was enough to hold back Sun for 5 whole minutes. But Rebellion's cost is your life force. The most powerful source of hate in this loop has just run dry. Factually incorrect, and I'm surprised that maybe, well, they did say that this was the first loop that they had found Rebellion. Victor's about to pop off on Sun. 3 minutes left. How will you endure it, negators? Miss Luna, please punch her. Please punch her like Luffy in Sabaody. Please punch her, Fuko. Is that how things appear to you? If so, then you don't know people. No, you don't know negators. Rebellion, possess me. Do what? You mean that unbreakable blade? Did you not hear me? What? Possess me. What is this hellfire raining down? Sun shooting off some things. Whoa! The perspective shot. Like you can see Sun from Victor's ankle. He's gone negative somehow, and he's got a Rebellion blast on deck. What? Undead has never been able to draw that much power from Rebellion before. Only enough to wipe out the drawbacks of using it. You can do it, everyone. You can do it. Whee! You can't tell me these are not like real hands and feet that I'm looking at. The cross hatching on these is incredible. Yes, I finally understand what this is. The warmth that you gave me. Up until now, I have never lost anything. For 455.4 billion years, you've been right there alive and by my side, so it never clicked. The way that he's talking, the way that he looks, I could see Victor dying here. Remember how we were saying, oh, well, he's undead. How can he die? This is how. If Rebellion uses all the life force, it doesn't matter if you're undead. You can't regenerate life force. I don't think. Forgive me if this is a way off tangent, but I'm calling my shot here. One by one by one. They all grew stronger, so they would never lose this warmth. For me and the road, huh? For us, what gives us strength as he sucks his thumb and dies. What pushed us to live, what shaped us and held us together. He's crawling back from something or sliding down maybe like a portion of the ground that got stomped on. Has always been this feeling that we gain from those we hold dear. I learned that far too late. Oh, right on top. You're not getting through on my watch, Tatiana. Oh, his eyeballs. Why do we keep doing this to me? I cannot stand eyeball injuries, side effects, whatever. Tatiana, no more unmoved for you. But wasn't he doing that with him being blind? Or does he actually need eyeballs to use unmove? Now, God, crush arc and shape the world to your desires. The Nyambo pole. What the? Shenjan, extend. It's not enough power. Who? Oh! He's gonna do it with him! With his protege! Focus harder, my dumb disciple. San! What about the other two? Oh, move is right there. Unbreakable won't hold. Show them what Shin Hakyoku is made of. Jidaole. 56 seconds. 43 seconds. 30 seconds. Fuko. Seal. Huff. Miss Fuko. God, this feels like Avengers Infinity War. Fuko. 10 seconds. Fuko. 4, 3, 2, all of you. 1. Thank you. It's time to go. Good Lord.
Absolute mayhem.
So good.
Damn. At first, I thought Tatiana's arm was cracking on page 11, just based off of like how close, in like color, the shading for her under. I'm back, maybe. What I was saying is that I thought Tatiana's arm was cracking on page 11 because like the underside of her arm, it looks very close in the color to the wall.
And like you said, Infinity War. Yeah, that's it. Literally it is.
This is everything, the bad end.
And like this is all for like possibly a junior or like one son.
Yep, Shikara
How are they that outmatched?
Long enough to use a move right. And then them protecting Fuko right there, jumping in front of where that attack is coming, all of them, boom.
All of them who are still alive.
My internet is trash. I've been trying to like get a repairman out here, and then they just keep canceling the appointment without us wanting them to. Bastards.
So it was pointed out in chat that when you saw Fang flying off on his cloud a couple chapters ago, he was heading towards Top and Ishin to defeat Seal. And that's what he was and he beat Seal, which is what, and freed Move, which is what allowed him to join
Nice.
Shinryu.
Bro is the battle beast of this manga. I always like characters.
I love that
They don't have
reference.
to be a main character, but they're always like, I like that. Like, keep these guys strong. Actually, that's good because then that brings the Shin stocks even higher for the next loop, surpassing even Fong. You know, he's one of the top tiers. But one thing I was going to say is that I would have to like reread the series just to look at a lot of Apocalypse dialogue. But so Apocalypse had to have been obviously made from Luna since he's an artifact. But the way that he speaks, like he's always trash talking the Union. And I know Luna's in a way kind of also a little bit, but like I always perceived it as like Apocalypse was one of Sun's like his lackey, essentially, the way that he talks. And he just wants the just like how the Umas are there to make humanity suffer, Apocalypse kind of does that himself, even though he's an artifact. So there's something interesting with Apocalypse to me where I think he takes after both Sun and Luna. That's something I was talking about right now.
He's kind of in a unique position because he gives them both locations of artifacts, and then he also gives them the Umas as penalties. So you give and you take.
The chicken just died there. Okay.
Yeah, that's the cracking of Tatiana's stuff. Yeah, everybody's going out.
It's looping time! Yay!
I'm traumatized.
Yep.
And like, especially if like the arc or the round table breaks before the end of next loop, and we don't get all these rewards. So, like, what do you guys think? I feel like at this point it has to survive at least until the end, to when then they get the location of the three. What do they call them? Heavenly artifacts or
sacred treasures or something like that.
Sacred treasures, yeah. So, like, feel it cannot break until then.
Right.
Because there ain't no way we're defeating Sun at this point.
This literally reminds me of in Dragon Ball, not Cell, but Cell Juniors, and they just beating everybody's ass, and that's not even Cell. Literally. Like, this group, they were popping off, but they're nowhere near able to defeat God. It's just kind of crazy to me. I was saying it when you were getting some more water, but I was saying that it's just wild.
No, I heard
that, you. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's just wild that how much stronger they have to even become. Like, how do you even do that? I mean, I know how, but like, shit. How much?
All the powers need to be taken up to the final stage, like the epitome of what their quirks, negator abilities are.
So like awaken. Actually, yeah, why not stage 2, stage 3 negators if we can do something like that? Why not? If we could find a way to do that. Just imagine the paneling for like the end game fight. Shit that we seen just now in this volume is ridiculous, but just imagine the scale later on. Man. Yep, a move jump from top to bottom with the base he did. Didn't he from the fall? Yeah,
Yeah, you aren't surviving a drop like that on your head.
Carl's a real one, man.
I can't wait to hear all these like Fuko chants come the anime.
Oh yeah.
Dude, the anime is gonna pop off so hard this arc. It's going to be insane.
Yep. Voice acting, sound design, OST, animation. For real, that wasn't a real failure. Make the sun horny.
All right. Chapter 132. And I'm sorry, guys, if I'm going a little bit fast. It's just I want to make sure that I do not miss any of my reaction to these chapters.
All good.
On stream. All right. So this is reminiscent of the volume cover, this cover page. This is from Fuko's perspective as opposed from the crew's perspective. Okay, so Kiryu, she has pink hair to be expected of an idol. Oh, Ano U's been watching this from the background the whole time. Damn. Oh, who's that in the background with the wings? Is that what's his face? Dumbass? I mean, Unruin? I think so. I think that's Unruin. All right, Nico with his wife. Oh, that's cool. They got Void hanging out there. All right, time to say goodbye. Lucy has like blonde/green hair, which also could be a reference to Fairy Tail. Tella finally has his mask off. Got scars. Oh my god, Billy without his eyeballs. Tatiana, Chikara, Shan, Mui. Now it's time to go. Oh, he's right there.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, god damn it. Meanwhile, Chikara's just taking a bloody nap on the table. Permanent nap. Oh, he's going to be our narrator through this. Damn. Post myself. And so, the unlucky girl journeyed off to the next world. Thanks to the people, well then, about time I get going too. Oh, yep. Who put everything on the line for her, the friends she met along the way, the true One Piece. Ah, so this is Ragnarok. How would I describe this sight? Despair. Once you see it, you're left helpless to even oppose it. However, there was one person who met the despair unfazed. That person was Undead. The man who had already witnessed this 99 times before. He did not falter for even a second. If I'm ever allowed, if someone as unknown as me ever allowed to write another story, then it will be the greatest story on earth. Everyone, it will be the story of how you all win. No! Love that page. Depressing, but I love that page. Juiz was the same way. She would put on a brave face in front of her friends, but break down in tears when she came here. Humans are so awkward, aren't they? While you've been standing there, 100 million years have passed. Fuko looks like an adult in this top page, by the way. Soon, the next loop shall commence. And Andy, he is alive. Somewhere out there in space, as we speak, the freezing cold and lack of oxygen causing him agony all the while. But fear not. No matter how far away he may be, once the Earth is fully formed, any negator will be forcibly summoned to its surface. And that is a look I have not yet seen in your eyes before. This is where our counterattack begins. I'll scrape up everything that Miss Juiz, that everyone left behind for me. And in the next and final loop, all of us will face you gods and negate you. This is just like the other double spread that wasn't a double spread from the last chapter. The light, the dark, perfect. Perfection. I'm looking forward to it. P.S. As I said, if you and I meet again, I want you to tell me. She's going Millennium Falcon! Tra-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la. Jump! Oh, jump! I wonder what the new series is going to be. Well, you're going to have a new one next week, kids, so get used to it. Maybe there'll be some cool characters. If there are, I'll draw some for Mom. What's that? Okay, so we haven't really talked about this yet, this volume. I'll take a quick little interlude because we're almost at the end here. In terms of this being Shadow, so is Shadow the one who always kind of nudges people onto their path of destiny on behalf of Ruin, on behalf of Sun, who is a god? But like, some of these artifacts are made by Luna. I don't know. There's something odd there. Let's continue. It's a G-Pen, the thing that manga artists use. Did someone drop it? Nope. Sorry. Huh? She's gonna save him, or someone's gonna save him from touching that. Afraid I can't let you touch that. But to make up for it, I'll tell you an interesting little story. Who are you, lady? Me? Why, I'm a fan of your manga. Huh? But I've only ever shown it to my mom. You may not be able to believe it, but I'll tell you. I want you to tell me once more the story of the story of us, and you, that is. I am so happy right now. Jesus. After what I just went through with these last couple chapters.
Fire.
Fuko the GOAT. Fuko the GOAT.
Yeah.
The GOAT. Best MC.
And she stood on business.
She's like, nope, can't let you do that.
Also, bad news on that 1800s arc.
Well, I wasn't expecting her to have a conversation with Luna and jump forward 100 million years, so, you know.
I'm cool with that. We're in 1972. It's all right. You know what I'm saying?
We still might get a flashback. It's just, as of now, they're not going to show it to us, which is fine. She saved Akira. Like, guys, do you know what this means? So many new, like, butterfly effects can happen because of that. And now, I feel like she's got to touch the G-Pen. If it's still the memories of how it ends, I feel like she has to be the one to know. And this is definitely setting her up, I feel, to die at the end, just as she's giving Andy his death. Kind of similar to Luffy in that regard, to where she'll achieve her dream, but then die thereafter. So, what do you guys think of that?
Sounds about right, because like
I could see it.
Yeah, it's right now she's in a position where she's like a step ahead of what Juiz had went through within all those loops, and she went through a lot of hell. But now Fuko has even more of a burden because of well, obviously her connection with Un in the last loop, and then now, like you said, with the G liner pin being right there. So, and whatever her plan is right now in terms of like meeting people and how she's going to go about that, because Fuko's good with people, so she'll probably they'll have a lot of I would just say I think things are going to be, well, it has to be more successful this go around. But yeah, I'm excited nonetheless.
I also like the fact how she's wearing a good luck t-shirt, not just on the cap.
Mhm.
So she is fully embodying that in this loop.
She also has long hair again. Let's go.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know if I ever shared it with you guys. I did see a Rule 34 comparison of Fuko in Loop 100 versus Fuko in Loop 101.
Wow.
It is a little saucy. Let me just say that. But yes, that's how I did know she kept the longer hair, which is cool.
Once again, I don't goaded too. Thank you, manga.
Thank God.
You.
No,
like,
no,
you.
no. I don't want to thank the gods. No, I take it back.
Speaking of
Thank
that,
Fuko.
did you notice
Yo!
how Fuko declared war against both gods?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah.
Fuck your game.
She's like, I haven't seen that look before. This is getting interesting.
But then, yeah, I was about to say, then it is kind of interesting on Luna's behalf. And I was thinking about it too. Like, it's I don't know. Just like what you were saying about, you were thinking that Shadow was the one that was kind of like nudging people into different areas for like artifact or whatever, awakening of their ability. Like, and then when I was talking about Apocalypse, things are so, even though we're understanding it better since it's two guys now, things are still a little bit like
murky.
Yeah, because in some ways now you can even say that, well, we never really, well, we haven't heard Sun speak, at least like right now. We believe we heard him speak before briefly, or at least that's what we
on
thought.
That one page.
Yeah, but I don't know, man. Both of these guys are just weird. Like, I don't know what's there. Luna seems genuinely interested to see what happens, while Sun seems like, I don't know, he's more of a no BS. Like, he keeps getting the job done every loop, while Luna is just, I just want to see if you guys can do it. Oh, let's see. Like, why are you fighting the battle like that? Why is he fighting the battle in his way as well? Like, it doesn't seem like you're fighting against each other when both of you guys are doing things that are like in an entirely different, well, I guess they did say the clashing of their visions. Like, what do they envision the world to be? So I guess they go about their own ways, but it doesn't really seem like they're going against each other on the surface. Yeah, but they're kind of working in tandem in a way, in my opinion.
Yeah, because between their game, no matter who wins, we lose. Essentially, is how it looks right now. Like, it doesn't matter who comes out on top; we're still at the bottom.
Well, not only that, but why did they decide that these were the two sides for the video game? To me, it just seems like you couldn't have gave us a little more help, Luna. Like, are you really playing your side, or are you just doing this just to, like, give us false hope, maybe?
It's like pawns versus pawns, the Umas versus the negators. But it's interesting that the Sun, he's a little bit more proactive. Well, I guess I can't. Well, no, Luna, she really just be spectating. So I don't know why exactly. Either why she's spectating so much, or why he's mostly in action so much. I don't get it. He feel like he's getting pressed, he's losing, so he has to like kind of enact things on his own and kind of cheat while she's just chilling. Like, I wonder if it's going to come down to a point where they fight each other. I don't think so. Probably they did in the past, but now things changed. I can't wait to learn more about their role. Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. She made the negators and the artifacts essentially, but at the same time, it's like really we're just her pawns. They're playing chess against each other.
So on
Fucking
a different
apocalypse.
note,
On page 6, like that bitch ass is laughing. Like, sir, I'm gonna stuff you down the drainage. Once you are no longer useful to me, I will end you. You are not
Yeah,
part
she's
of
the
the
one responsible for the tragedies. Yeah, which is fucked up. Like if you wanna compare, like who do you think is worse, having Sun and Luna? I said this, I think in my reaction, I think I said it, but Luna low key look a little worse. She's the one that causes the most trauma.
It
All
almost
the
seems
time.
like she's mischievous, whereas like Sun is more like direct. He's like, or she's more so like, I will give you pain and suffering. He's like, I'll just kill you. Like, do you
Yeah.
want torture before your death, or do you want just a gun to your head? Like, I don't know. At this point,
That's why it's like it seems like they're working together. It's like it's an alley oop. They just playing the game. Like, okay, you could kill them, but I'm just gonna make them suffer. Like what? What? But then you have Umas who their existence is literally to make them suffer, and that's from via God, Sun. So I don't know. These guys are a bunch of losers. It's some losers. What y'all doing, man? Stop playing with us.
oh, I think she walked past him, Akira, and then I think she doubled back because on page 20, I feel like that's her in her knapsack. Oh no, unless she's just like up against the wall, maybe.
Luna probably did the tragedies to make her chess pieces stronger. That makes sense. But she still got to have a dialogue with me. If I'm Foucault, like, hey, I get it, but like this game in general, like, why did you even start this game? Were you forced to do it as gods? Like, were you forced into a position where you couldn't do anything else but like play a game because you're bored, or like, what's the deal? But oh yeah, you still got one more chapter.
Oh yeah,
I forgot. I felt like that was
right. No, that was a good discussion. I mean, I haven't really had that yet because, like I said, internet issues. But yeah, I think she was just propped up against the wall. It's just she was hidden by a text bubble, so that's why I couldn't see it. Okay, last one of the stream tonight, guys. So, chapter 133, roadmap. In the previous loop, you touched this pen and became a negator. Oh, so she can touch it because they're cooking already something here because of what Billy said in the last volume's reaction, how he negates the unfairness that there can only be one negator power per person. So the G pen does need to be touched by someone who is already a negator. Perfect. In the previous loop, you touched this pen and became a negator, who no one would ever notice, called Unknown. The previous loop, negator, yep, I'm here to stop that future from happening. Lady, you're not making any sense. You just want to keep that pen for yourself, don't you? You should return it to its rightful owner. Did you think you could fool me by rattling off some plot straight out of a manga because I'm a kid? Come on, what do you take me for? The negator stuff is a new one, though. Okay, then. Guess I'll have to convince you. Huh? Move. Right. What is that? Oh, Move is having a ton of fun. I'm glad that he's partnered up with Foucault here. We're falling! This sure takes me back. We're in Canada! Canada? This is where we first met you. You've been alive since 1800? Just how old are you? Let's see. I started at 18 and 172 years have passed, so that makes me 190? You're 190 years old? But how? You look like you're in your 20s. Aw. So much. I looped by sitting at a round table called Arc. I was told that you stop aging if you write it. It looks like this. Uh-huh. So why would you come to see me? You say I'm someone who's supposed to be unknown, but you found me pretty easily. It's because of your manga. Huh? There's a panel at the start of the manga where your protagonist picks up a ball. What could this weird and ominous ball be? Interesting that the shadows foreshadow are there. I didn't expect to see that, but that's a nice little touch. Within that panel, oddly enough, was something rarely seen in your manga. A caption that read April 11th, 5 o'clock. That scene takes place in a real-life location, and in the previous world, fans found it and it became a must-see spot for people into the series. She is going on full-on weeb, and I love this. I figured that fictional scene must have been your account of the moment your abilities manifested. Huh? I get to be a mangaka? Yep, a shoujo manga artist. Even though I'm a jump reader right now, wow, shots fired. But it's September now, not April. That date's all wrong, isn't it? Yep. Oh, how long has she been waiting there? That's why I waited at that very spot every day at 5 o'clock to prevent that unlucky incident from happening. You waited all by yourself? That sounds terrible. It wasn't that bad. It's nothing compared to what you've done for me. What I've done for you? Yep. And besides, my partner is working even harder. Partner? Yep. Though I haven't been able to see him yet. Damn it. But the reunion will be impeccable. Andy? 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 I do for you, you do for me, we do for the union. Can you do it, you louts? What does it say? Can you do it, partner? Okay, thought I just turned the page. Andy. Yokai. I'll prevent everyone's unluck. I love the flip on that. Well done, Tozuka. While Andy will fight and get us more artifacts. Till the day we cross paths. Oh, he's like a nomad. Okay. Well, what I'm doing is more self-satisfaction than anything else. But still, I'm sure everyone will give me an earful later. Tell me not to overdo things and whatnot. Okay, your mom is probably due home any minute now. Let's head back. That's not true. Thank you. I'm only able to talk to you like I am now because of your help. And now my mom won't be sad either. I'll cheer on everyone with my manga. Once the series comes out, be sure to read it. Title will be Youch! Hello? My child is missing and he just popped in through the roof. Oh, hi Mom. Welcome back. Mom, listen to this. You see, a second ago, he just fell through the ceiling. Pardon? Oh, don't worry about dinner. I already ate. Oh, that's Move. At first, I thought that was Apocalypse. I was like, the arc's gone. Nope. So no help from Unknown this time around, huh? He's helped enough. And you helped him. That's what's important. Also, looking at G-Liner's memories this time around, it seems my hypothesis is correct. One of the 3 sacred spirit treasures, only the heart's information is missing. Combine that with the fact that Miss Juiz and Mr. Victor couldn't find it in 100 tries, and taking into account what those 2 up there are likely to do, that just leaves one answer. The heart, either a person, sentient artifact, or it's in space / on the moon / on the sun. Only drops in the 101st loop. Completely wrong. Sorry. And that info will likely be revealed through quest rewards. The more difficult quest in the latter half, no less. We'll need stronger allies than ever before. Under Union, Unruin. And we can't afford to have any fallings out this time around happen either. That's why I'm going to stop all their tragedies at the source. We talked about this. Oh, nice. What's that? A roadmap. It contains everything we learned in the previous loop, along with the info from the artifacts I've collected in various locations. The key to defeating God will likely be the last of the 3 sacred spirit treasures, the heart. And to obtain it, we'll need to assemble negators. Double spread, finally. I've been missing this. This is the strategy guide, the roadmap for creating the ultimate union. Just hold on, everyone. Okay, Yusai, Unsleep Ichiko, Shenenmui. Maybe Rip back there. Nope, that's not Rip. Maybe Tella in the jacket. Nico. Got Gina here in the front, I think. Ishin. We got the dragon. Billy, Tella. Well, that's not Tella in the back. Who is popping bubblegum? Void making his well-anticipated return. Rip, Layla, Latla, Creed, Engine, Agu. And as a who's Phil. Oh god. Kiruru. We have Tatiana. Top. I don't know. Is that on Ruin in the back? Because they seem. Yeah, maybe. Okay, so maybe that's why we showed the sun tattoo in the previous 2 pages. So we're gonna try to convert urine to our team. We'll see. We got Chikara, someone in the way back, and then Jui. So I think I know just about everyone in this one. Tatiana's family, Top's friends, Chikara's family, Mr. Rip's one true love. There's a way to save them all. Ano Sensei is in the clear. Next up is Mr. Nico and Miss Gina. Yes. Well, we are just moving through this story. I want to look at those 2 people I missed, though. Who are they?
Yes, sir.
Do you know who's behind Shen and Mui?
Sean. Unchained.
Is it Sean?
It's why we can't see him. His back is to us.
Well, I can see him.
Right, but because we never really saw him, we don't...
Oh, I think that's Lucy in the back. I think it's Lucy.
Yeah,
okay.
Lucy in the way back by
so that's pretty good. I feel like I got a 90% or higher. Is that Sean, though?
Baby Phil. Yeah,
Baby Phil is going to have the most depressing backstory.
What kind of tragedy?
We already talked about this. I feel like he's going to be a burn victim. As dark as that sounds.
Either that or like he's, I don't know, something else with, I mean, since he's a baby, maybe that's some kind of disease or illness, like pain. So yeah, I think it has something to do with pain for sure.
Well, what's the thing? It's like to where your skin doesn't feel anything, to where I think like you could set your skin on fire and not feel anything. So like technically he could be crawling into like a burning building and his parents have to go save him.
Crazy pain tolerance.
Stop it, Word. Stop it.
Yeah, fucking Fang. You know what's crazy about Fang? He's literally still probably doing the bullshit within those years, but she had to wait until his
negator ability popped up.
That's crazy. He was still on this bullshit probably.
So just imagine having to read all of this one chapter at a time weekly.
Oh yeah.
This was a stretch. But the thing, do I like last volume more? I feel like that's going to be a hot take. I need to think about it. I feel like maybe it was a little bit too rapid pace that we were getting all the deaths. And it makes sense. We are entirely outclassed. So I don't want to hold that against Tozuka, but
that's how I felt for the
I just wish we would have got a little bit more. Exactly. Kind of similar to how you were feeling about Nico. I feel like they just kept hitting us a little bit too quickly with all these deaths that I didn't even get to like mourn them before the end.
That's
Which I get
the
is
whole
kind of the
point, though,
but
because Fuko didn't even have time to mourn them.
I guess kind of like
It's to
personal
kind of put us
preference.
in her shoes.
Yeah.
No, she had 100 million years or more. What are you talking about?
Well, yeah, afterwards. And also, everything had to take place in 11 minutes.
Again, I understand how it was done, why it was done.
It's the same thing how I felt with Nico. I see what he means.
This one is top tier quality. I'm not gonna give it anything less than an A. Like let's be honest. But
Those are one of my favorite stretches in any manga, personally.
Again, a hot take. Am I gonna give another hot take? Like, it was fantastic. Is it the best that I've seen in manga? Maybe not.
For me, what really said it was how. So we got a revelation. There's two gods. That was a big thing. But that's been something we've been theorizing and talking about since the beginning of the series. The other thing with Victor and Juiz, I'm like, oh shit. So yeah, this next loop, if he's here, which he should be here, I don't think he died. No, he didn't die. He's gonna meet back with Juiz again, even though it's gonna be a little very different this time. So that's something that I'm anticipating. I like the Ano-Un stuff where Ano-Un was like present there in the past / present. You get what I mean? Since they knew everything that was going to happen, and they were there when the world was ending, and then now they're once again, Ano was a pivotal character in this loop too. First person that Fuko meets. Andy, he's out here collecting artifacts, doing whatever to get us prepared once we have a reunion with him, Fuko, and more people in the union. The roadmap, just Fuko going to everybody, even characters that she hasn't necessarily either affiliated with completely or even met, like with Lucy, for example.
Did you notice, Vonte, on pages 6 and 7, anything of note?
What, the stars?
Yep. So Uma Galaxy is already here before Gina either gets her ability or at least were to meet Fuko initially. So the sequence of adding penalties to the world has changed. Confirmed. That or they're just that much farther down the line to where they were taking on more missions from the start. That could also be.
It was also in autumn when Ano-Un was about to pick up on the pen and he got saved. So that's kind of a nice parallel since he was introduced in that autumn arc initially.
But another thing, in terms of remember, it wasn't like Akira knew what was going to happen before Fuko told him. Because it's still stuck in Andy's head, and it has to be like a switch turned on. Or does it not apply in that regard?
So even though Remember was found last loop, it has to be found again in this loop. Exactly.
Even if it's in his head?
We have not seen Andy yet. We technically don't know.
Well,
where it might be.
in space, it wasn't in his head no more, from what I've seen.
Well, no. I was saying because we know that Remember was stuck inside of his forehead in a previous loop, not the 100th loop. Because you said that Juiz, one of the reasons why she looked so sad was because she was giving up on that loop, to where it would have to be the next one. Andy panel 132. See, that's the thing. Did it fall out or like?
Yeah, it falls out and then it's just going to spawn randomly on Earth.
Oh, that's right. Because we only saw like the portion of his head. Damn it.
Right, right. And Andy still remains because that's still an alter ego that Victor created. So even without a card there, that split personality still exists.
They're gonna stick another one in there. That's gonna be a new person. 3 on some Moon Knight type split personality.
That'd be funny. Yeah, fantastic volume.
Let's see. Was there something else?
I like how this volume wasn't just pure depression in the fight. It was ended quick enough for us to have this little bit of hope at the end, and to see how Fuko is going to challenge this loop, which is just about finding all of her friends, preventing their tragedies, which is probably different from how Juiz always tried to do it, just trying to find the strongest fighters and what works well in tandem. So she's going at it with an entirely different perspective that fits Fuko. It's just
because
so
Juiz was mainly
great.
like going towards whatever artifacts or members, not to prevent their backstories from being backstories.
Right. Juiz wanted them the strongest people and was trying to find out the right way to get them, whereas Fuko was like, I'm going to prevent these tragedies from happening and still get people on my side. So it's just,
which is also dope because
nice
of
seeing
like
that.
the juxtaposition of what Victor mindset was versus what her mindset was. Like we have 3 different mindsets here.
And plus, they did mention, I forgot who mentioned it, but was it in the spring arc? They were saying how, like, I'm going to use this again, name of the game. They were talking about how despair and hope is the quote unquote name of the game, too. So we got a lot of despair in this volume, like what Sherm said, the hope at the end with Fuko. And it's dope seeing Fuko being the boss now. And she's been doing a good ass job. I mean, she's been out here for what, 190 years or 170 years.
Her glow up is also just immaculate.
Yep. Danita. I wonder what kind of role Juiz would have now. Like, because Victor, he would rather her not even be involved in this anymore, unless he still has faith that, okay, we can do it here, I guess. But it'll be interesting to see what her role would be now.
She is the last step on this roadmap. That's also interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, on the ruin, the urine. It makes sense though, because once again, back to his conversation with Lucy when she was asking, like, "Yo, you don't got no relationships with nobody, no parents?" He's like, "Huh? I don't know nothing about that." Like, oh, okay. So let's see what his situation is. I don't know.
And a cool little throwback, Vonte. I'm not quite sure if I ever brought this to your attention. I'm pretty sure that I didn't, because we weren't reading the chapter extras like before we started the manga read through. But Void, in one of his chapter extras, when he was just killed, he said that he used his power for boxing, and we also saw him boxing Victor here previously. So this has been an ongoing motif to where, like, that's just what he was. He was a boxer.
Yeah. I really just want to see how the hell, what moves Fuko's going to do to get everybody onto her team and for them to improve. I'm just interested to see her as the leader. That's fire. And this is midway through the story. Usually, you don't get nothing like this until like in-game final arc or final act. But well, we technically you can kind of call it a final act since it's like the last loop which you get things done in. But you know what I mean. It's midway through the story essentially.
It's the turning point for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Recruit the Straw Hats. I like that.
For real.
Or like re-recruiting them after the time skip. I won't say any more just in case you guys haven't watched One Piece, but
And then they even showed people who were like siblings. So I think they showed Mui, her sister, and then they showed Layla, Latla, Rip. So I wonder if like some of those other characters who had died, if they will play a part because they're on the roadmap. It's not like Tatiana's parents were on the roadmap, but some of the other ones were there. So I wonder if they'll play a part too. Not every
and I also wonder if Fuko's going to be unsuccessful in some of these. Like she can try her darndest, but yeah, I don't want her to like 100% everything because this is her first try in this new looping schedule. I want her to like mostly be successful, but there's just some of them that I don't think she just will have the capability of doing so. I could be wrong, but
or at least have people who are reluctant and then they come in when they really need them. That'd be fine too. I feel like that's like a Billy type of character, and that's dope. We still don't even know all their backstories, and we're going to get it now in a whole entirely different loop.
That's what I really like about it. It sets us up for all of the characters that we felt died too soon. We're getting all of them now and here. Like specifically since you brought up Nico earlier, Vonte, we see he's one of the first ones that we're going to be getting along with Gina, who we first met and died so they could even join Union in the first place. It's just it's structured so well.
Everyone will get an arc, even Sean's.
I better not get no Apocalypse arc. Let me tell you that.
Where's he even at? It's
probably back in Ireland, just sitting there.
Apocalypse. I wonder.
He's hating on someone.
I wonder if Sun is going to like double up on the Uma since Spring had a good moment with Fuko in the gang where they're like essentially friends. I wonder if he's going to like double down and go even crazier with the Umas now, or like he has complete dominion over them and they can't get through to them regardless. Imagine if they already started at like a phase 3 or something.
I mean, Spoil in phase 3 is going to look completely different and act. I think probably personality will be the same, but like Spoil phase 3, goodness gracious, good luck.
Something I just thought about. I feel like when you compare Luna and Sun, I feel like Luna has a lot more successes than Sun does. Like even so, he creates Umas, but we end up getting Umas as rewards at times, and then of course there'd be penalties too. But like, and then she makes artifacts as well. It's like things that she does are more of a success. I feel Sun, he doesn't really get what he wants ever. I mean, he destroys, another loop comes in. He doesn't really do much. I mean, yes, he has 100 successes, but like, are they really like? What is his end goal? What is his real vision? Because it's like it's not actually happening.
Well, I also don't like the fact how the Umas can get multiple phases, whereas like to our knowledge, I don't think the artifacts can get stronger. It's just like the negator abilities can get stronger, but you still have to go through the trauma, I think. So it's like, for that, I don't feel like there's any detriment, let's just say, for the Umas to get stronger as opposed for the negators to get stronger.
So
And I get that, Vince, but Son, is this the same shit every loop? What does he actually get? What satisfaction does he actually get?
So
He wins the game.
Something.
Wins the game.
Yeah, he wins the game. You mentioned something about the negator powers and then trauma. So with Fuko planning to go and save everyone, how is that going to affect the negator abilities? Because without the trauma...
Yes, I feel like there's going to be a very unique, almost kind of convenient, even though that feels kind of cheap saying it, in terms of she's going to get last minute saves on a lot of these. Say, for example, Chikara. Just as the truck is moving into play, she's going to have Andy do a blood shot at the tires. It's going to veer off and not kill them once he blinks. So, like, he was given the negator ability, it activated, and then tragedy struck. So there's a very small time period that you can do something if you're on the scene and have the ability to do something to prevent the tragedy. What's another
She's gonna
example?
come for Sean, and she's gonna be too late, and he's gonna die, or the tragedy.
Like, let's just say, because we know the rewards are different, let's just say that Uma Ghost gets introduced right as Ichiko's about to die, turn into a ghost, we can find a more suitable body, they can live forward from here on there out.
Wait a minute.
The Ice Cube
So-
redemption arc cookies. Winner's coming back.
So basically, what Luna trying to do is like she wants to see if hope can prevail. So she's pushing them to like crazy extents by giving them all this trauma just to see if they can still prevail. Because if that's the case, then like Sun is already doing the despair part just constantly, and she's not really. At this point, finally they have somewhat of a hope because Fuko is a lot more. She's different from Juiz in certain ways. She's gonna end up doing this in just one loop and get the W.
Cookies, that's true. That could be like Akira. So you save the person, they don't get the ability, but you just say, oh well, the end result's better than what we could have gained from them being a negator in the first place. So I guess that's also another possibility.
So who on the roadmap would you say could be without their ability?
Unruin, 10 billion%. Because he's already a cheap copy of... I mean, if he teams up with
dying.
Blood and Shadow, yeah,
He's
100%.
dying.
But
just say it was, by the way.
Creed's got to have his. Having Nico in this fight is going to be so clutch.
Well, that's why he's like one of the first ones. He always has to be one of the first ones.
But the question is, did his negator ability allow him to produce better technological results because of it, or in spite of it? So depending on how that plays out, I could see him is either needing to have his negator ability or not needing to have it. I think both are equally likely. Rip was not at the scene, so he does need his ability. Let's see, Ishin, she needs hers.
All right, Sean. It's 4 a.m. Damn.
I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. Good night.
Yeah, he's the
Yes, you
backbone
are
of
where
the
the
movie.
summer arc occurred. And you are the real Sean, so please stand up.
Yeah, Fang's just hands. His ability doesn't really do nothing for him. Just make him younger and yeah.
I mean, if he has it, oh well. Like, We'll just use a time sphere. Oh, interesting that young Fang is showed, not old Fang. So he probably won't have his ability. Phil, I'm not looking forward to that. I just know I'm gonna.
I mean, if you want to be serious, like, technically everybody would be good without their fucking ability. But I get what you mean, like in terms of like, cause I truthfully do believe that, like
Ichiko,
so
she's got to get rid of hers, otherwise she dies young.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay, young-ish.
Oh. Oh man, never mind.
Yeah, so there's just so many different ways that this roadmap can go. Like, this is such a good theorizing chapter to end on for the future of the series.
It is the first taste of Loop 101. Man, they just had to save Akira. They had to do it, and I'm so glad it happened.
Yeah.
Them being there the whole time, sitting next to Fuko, is just so poetic and wonderful.
Oh, that was the point that almost made me cry. I was like, you've got to be kidding me. And I mentioned the fact that he was on the cover from Fuko's perspective for that chapter cover.
Yeah, with the red tracksuit and the blonde hair. Yeah.
Yep.
No, it's for sure top 5 characters.
What is the first adversity we're gonna? Well, I guess with the traumas, obviously, but with the rewards too, we still got that going on in the background.
I theorized about this last volume, I think, but honestly, God can still give negator abilities to those who were not negators previously, because it just never got up to the point. So it's kind of similar to with Luna, how you're not going to get the rewards up until a certain point, whether it be a loop or a quest reward. I feel like God can, or sorry, force a habit. Sun can make the decision to give someone else a negator ability. Like, I don't think he's constricted just because it's the Loop 101 in terms of not giving someone a negator ability that he hasn't before.
So,
well, isn't it Luna that's doing that?
It's Luna who does the negator ability.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
that's why.
Because he does Uma. Sorry, I'm getting them confused. It's like, oh, there's two gods.
She goes with negators and artifacts.
Yeah. But would that help her? It could. So she could honestly flip the script and be the one that we hate because she gives a negator ability to someone else.
Yeah, that's what I was
Why
saying.
does she have to give them trauma when she gives the ability? Why don't she just give them the ability?
I think since the sun is more about like his thing is despair, I think what she's doing is like it's fucked up, but I feel like what she's trying to do is give people despair as well, but to find out if like anybody can like Fuko can create hope or something, because she's actually intrigued on what Fuko can even do in the end, like what she can actually accomplish.
You want to know why I got confused about Sun rather than Luna giving the negator abilities? It's because we keep seeing the stupid shadows. So yeah. I don't know, like, is that actually Shadow? Or is that just a sheer coincidence? That's how Luna is portrayed.
It's probably a coincidence.
That's a strong coincidence.
Well, Shadow is a Uma, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes I get artifacts and Umas mixed up sometimes, like what the sentient like apocalypse. Well, yeah, then it's definitely just her. I don't think she's using the Uma as her lackey. I'm not saying that she can't. I mean, I'm sure
That's
they both could probably do the same shit, but since they're playing the game, they both have to abide by the rules. So they have sides which both. It's like when you're playing a video game and you have a specific class, like you have to use that class.
I understand like the ominous vibes, but I'm pretty sure that was like right before Fuko was also stabbed. And that was way too coincidental for Shadow to be associated with on Ruin.
I think it's just some god shit.
Exactly the same way.
It's just some god shit.
Yes.
I mean, because like, what are you gonna do? Show white? Like that doesn't look. Like I think you have to make it ominous. You have to make it a little.
I guess. This is definitely a reread type of conversation to where I might feel completely differently after I do a reread. But
the reread could be a misdirect too. Oh yeah, for sure. When I was reading, I was like, oh yeah. I instantly could tell. Man. Gotta see their lore, more of their lore though. Sun and Luna. Yeah.
So do we think there is either a mediator or there is someone above both of them?
A third god or something?
No, just like a creator. Because we think we're in a video game. Well, I mean, the ungod.
The creator of the game, and then they're just the players using the characters in the game.
Correct. Yeah, and you have two different play styles. You can either, bet on black or bet on red.
Whoa, that's kind of.
They're not the ones that created the game.
That's kind of wild.
Gotcha.
I know.
Like imagine we're here right now, stream all three of us playing a game, and the creator created the game. We're the gods here, and then the
Vonte and I are Luna and Sun, and Sherm is ungod.
Oh no! It was
answer the third one, simple Earth. Yeah, we said that before too. We were thinking about
I think I called her Terra.
Luna, Terra. Yep.
Terra.
Gaia. Yeah.
Yeah. Well. Yeah, we just have to figure it out because Sun has UN, Luna has UN. What can mean Earth, Gaia, Terra, but would also have UN?
I have to do my homework on that. I would have to do my homework on that. I don't
yeah, oh no. But, Luna, Sun,
Earth is literally like this is fine, dog. This is fine. I'm on fire. Everything's dying. This is fine.
For real, they just keep dying. It's getting blown up. Hey man, I don't know. Since they're all bored, maybe that's
or fauna. Fauna? That's
fauna? That's
That's closer. It's not exactly one for one.
It is. It's absolutely close. It's a step in the right direction for sure.
I'll think about it for next time.
I wonder if we'll. I guess we will probably see like the Sun, like, him like in a humanoid type form, similar to Luna, and speaking.
Yeah, someone pointed that out ironically in chat earlier, so I've just been rolling with it.
Maybe they're like brother and sister, and they're really just playing the game.
It's my turn with the controller. Dad said it's my turn.
What if they end up? What if there's like a plot twist where they like switched?
I mean, Luna seems more sinister. Like I said, Sun's just trying to end it. Luna's trying to give you pain associated with your experience.
Damn. The mangaka is really smart because they knew that even before we knew that Sun was the god, like, or a god, we were thinking, well, specifically him. He's the one that wants to destroy everything. And then once we learn Luna is another god that creates artifacts and has a hand in the giving people negating abilities, is like, damn, with all that trauma, like, damn, okay, so are you the big bad then? And it's whoever you choose. I personally think that, and then plus I kind of do think that she's doing it to potentially create hope from people, but still a fucked up way. So really, it's like if you point fingers at either one of them, you're kind of right.
Well, it goes back to like there is no light without dark, there is no happiness without sadness, there is no anger without peace, so on and so forth. So that dichotomy is great, but they are two sides of a necessary coin. If you don't have one, you can't have the other. So it was really interesting when I think you pointed out that like she kind of waged war, declared war on both Luna and Sun.
Yeah.
Right, which she had said in volume 14 that she wants a world where basically whatever humans decide to do to
That's
each
what they
other is what matters. People can decide on their own, not omnipotent beings.
Someone that doesn't even live here.
Exactly.
Yeah. Fuck out of here.
I'm gonna sip my tea and give you guys trauma.
We
Luna.
spoke about fate too, but I don't know if that's like the. I guess it can still work if that's beyond both of them, but. But it's a very interesting world, though. That's something I must
It's
say.
so well thought out, truly.
And remember, this man has not taken any breaks, except like Golden Week and stuff, and is still just producing this
Bro is
quality.
Akira. Literally, like
He already knows the ending of the
everything they
story.
tell, right? Yeah.
Sure. Do you know how old he is by chance?
That I do not. I'm sure I can find out.
I'm just curious because, like, this seems like a story that he's had in his mind probably for, like, I would say a decade or more.
He plays a lot of video games, I'll tell you that.
I'll tell you that.
34. Dope.
Dang.
He's younger
That's
than
wild.
me? I am old.
Oh, 28.
Oh,
damn.
thank God.
Wait,
He's
34,
34. If he's younger than me doing this, I'll feel bad about myself. Okay. He's older than me, thank God. You still have a couple years to get it together.
But he started it at your age. Just about.
Yeah, if he's 34, then I'm the same age as him, and I've done nothing. So huzzah!
Well, at least you guys. I hope you enjoyed my
both just
reaction.
caught strays.
Damn. So welcome, Sherm. Slander
Yeah.
aside.
Thank you. I need that unage.
Unfade. I could be eternally useless. 30.
Thank you.
Oh, I did hear about that, Cookies. He had a really kind of poignant story about spring, about how he always looked forward to it as a kid because him and his family would go out and just, enjoy the cherry blossoms and them blooming. So like that whole interaction to where spring died, I could very much see that being related to how he felt when his mom passed. Because you just lose something when you lose a parent. And thank God I've not had to experience that yet. It'll eventually come. But that's not a thought that I want to have in my head anytime soon.
You know what? I think so. We've seen that Umas have more or less. We get them as rewards, and then sometimes, like with Spring, you end up becoming pretty much friends with them. I feel like potentially we might actually team up with the Umas and go against both guys because we're both are suffering, or we both are the pawns of our creators. So, I guess.
They don't have free will.
So we'll see how that works.
So here's a fun theory.
Dilemma.
So since Sun made Umas and was kind of able to possess Spring, do you think Luna could potentially do the same for any negator?
That's kind of what we're hinting at, right? In terms of that's how they get their abilities. Like she directly gives it to them, or is that just
so not necessarily just the process of giving it to them, but like taking control, like God came down and controlled spring.
I feel like that's cheating, isn't it? Like,
I mean, what is
that has
cheating?
definitely been
Yeah, they both
cheating,
be
but
or maybe
I
hers
mean,
is just a trauma thing, and his is just a free will thing. It's like it's both fucked up in a way because you're controlling one, and then you're giving trauma, and then you're giving trauma to these other people.
mhm.
So maybe they just both want some bullshit on either end. You just pick and choose who you think is worse out of the two, and that's.
Is
why I
this
can't
a
wait for
presidential
Sunday.
election? I'm sorry. I'm not going to get political. Too good of a chance to pass up on that joke.
I need Son to talk, man. I need him just hear some more from him, like, because the way Luna be talking, she's having a good ass time, and then you're over here. I don't know, like, I guess he's having a good time too. Just, but like, man, y'all playing the game, but you guys both are the real winners, and it's like, okay, then, like.
And I also wonder if there's any stakes associated with their game, because at this point, like, why play a game if you don't have stakes? I mean,
Right.
It could just be pastime, but
See,
I could see
that
what
was
if like the other one is erased from existence if you lose.
well, I mean, technically, if you lose, Luna will be losing then, right? Because if God has done this 100 times, then doesn't he win every time? That's why.
No, but I think they
actually,
agreed to run the simulation 101 times, and maybe that's why Arc has that limit in terms of how many times.
Luna, you lost. Come on, Luna. Come on.
No, but honestly, like,
101.
who do we want to lose? Do we want the sun in the sky moving forward, or do we want the moon? I feel like the sun's more important.
I mean,
Yeah.
but without the moon, the tides go crazy. Like,
Fuck the tides.
Just we'll evaporate it. It's fine. Just move the sun a little closer. He's done that before.
Or I don't know. I don't know, man. They on some bullshit. That's all I gotta say. Y'all, all I gotta say is that either you guys better be forced to do this or something, or else, because I'm like, bro, if you guys are just bored, nobody's really winning
sick.
and losing at the end of the day.
Y'all are
You're both right here.
sadistic. Yeah, at least we'd have he could create some Umas to enhance the tides. It's like Uma current or something like that. So I feel like we would still survive. But the sun, if the sun's gone, we're just all dead.
Hell no. Yeah,
We're dead. So it might not be a bad thing if he wins. If that's
it would
the
be
outcome.
Joe over.
Unover. It'd be so unover.
Yeah, Burn will have to work overtime, but I mean,
Boonga boonga.
I guess like I said earlier with that Fire Force comparison, just put him in a pillar, just give him all his energy, let him
my
burn
God.
off energy first. Fuck it. I mean, hey, at the
You
end
are
of the day,
now
they'll
a
have free
battery.
will, right? Fuck it.
You are now a battery. Burn for eternity.
I do think there's going to be a lot of sacrifices though on both ends, whether it's a Uma or a Negator, because like what happens? Because this has been like a question we've been asking for a long time. What happens if either of them die? So we would have to I don't know, like if Fuko can become God, like what can sure her ability can do a lot of things, but like she needs to kind of like what we're trying to do with the climate control when all those seasons were going, like we'll have to do that, but even more because everything will
On
be
a
out of
larger
whack.
scale, yeah.
Yeah.
What if we have to fight Luna this loop instead of Sun?
I mean, I think that's the game plan. Fuko has her eyes
No.
set on both of them.
Instead of both. One or the
Only
other.
one?
Yeah.
I'm just saying. I think, regardless of who comes down first, Fuko has her eyes set on who on the
Oh, I
next
know.
one.
Presently, yes. But if a choice has to be made to where it is indeed the lesser of two evils, that would be a incredibly interesting decision.
No, they're gonna fuse. The sun and the moon are gonna fuse together, man.
On that note,
I was just
That'd
about
be
to
wild.
say that.
on that note, guys, is there anything else you'd like us to discuss today? I've been crossing my fingers for like the last hour. Internet's been great, knock on wood, but I don't want to keep this going too much longer just in case.
Fusion dance peak for real. You guys see the fusion. You know, I need to see Luna as a big ass kaiju thing too. and then him the opposite. I need to see him in like humanoid type form.
I'm actually a little bit disappointed we didn't get to see the formation of the artifacts, because that was one thing I was really looking forward to as Fuko looped, and we just kind of like jumped forward in time. I thought it would have been a little bit more drawn out in terms of like we'll actually see God crafting the earth, like
I see what you mean.
made out of clay.
Mhm.
Just headcanon.
That's true.
It's fine, but I would have liked it if we got that. That was a major point that Juiz had brought up, that like, no, these are made for us. What do you mean they're made for you?
They said, bro, stood up. I'm like, what? I thought
Luna-
he attacked.
Luna said that so Luna said that once the Earth is formed, all negators are like summoned there. So
Mhm.
it could be that the artifacts just are summoned in the same way. Once Earth is there, everything goes into places ready to be unlocked as the quests progress for whatever order it happens in.
Andy, would
That's
have
my
seen the Earth
headcanon
forming.
anyway.
We could get his perspective. But that boy was drifting in space. He might have been too far away. He probably didn't see it no more.
Come sail away with me.
That's wild. He was just there.
That boy's just out there in space.
Years.
He's like
Like,
half
what
of the
the hell?
Phantom Mask.
Goodness.
Poor Andy, man.
But I did say, I was like, I guess he can like talk to Victor in his head the whole time, maybe. But Victor didn't have that luxury, if that's the case. I'm not sure if that's the
If
case now.
Victor still exists, I feel like there is
Yeah,
also a
if
strong
he does.
possibility that using Rebellion. Honestly, that might be how Andy dies in this upcoming loop.
That's what I
like-
was thinking.
Using Rebellion plus Fuko.
Yeah.
But
Because they even made a point saying that, oh wow, Undead has never been able to use Rebellion, so that makes me think it's going to happen again with Andy. Andy got to experience the Earth in the fun, pure magma state. Damn, Victor had to see
Do
the
you
hella
think
times.
anything could happen to make Andy have that much hatred, though? Because
Something
Andy,
would have to
I
happen
mean,
with Fuko.
Oh,
Billy
I
couldn't
see.
even make. Billy couldn't make Andy mad mad enough to keep his ability. So, you know,
I'm thinking Luna might do something to Fuko. Because I don't think Fuko's going to take any more, not L's, but like in the, when she got killed with the whole Ghost Uma situation. I think
So
she's
who's her
going to be
best
good.
friend? Is it going to be Gina? Is it Tatiana? Is it Juiz? I feel like she's going to do something very close to one of her loved ones, and her being the pure empath that she is going to affect how Andy feels by proxy.
Or like you said, they both might die. So maybe Fuko gives him unluck already, like a massive amount of that on top of him having a rebellion after she dies. So same thing that happened with Victor and Juiz, but like times whatever. 100.
Yeah, she's dying. She kisses him goodbye. I'll see you next loop. Something like
Well, yeah.
that. I know.
yeah, and I do understand that Undead Andy, of course, has been angry before at Ren and Nico, but just like hatred, that deep-seated hatred is different. Like Victor said, in like 445 billion years or whatever, he finally lost something. which is just insane to think about. But so I don't know.
I got a question then. If Andy doesn't use it, who else do you think will use Rebellion and have that wrath and rage? I'm thinking Rowan, only because we don't
That would
really
be
know
cool.
much about his.
Ooh,
But
that would be
I
really
see
cool.
him sacrificing regardless. Now he actually has people around him, and every single time he didn't have people, at least from what we know. So that would be
What
his
if he
wrath.
tries to take out Luna and Fuko touches him and his unluck causes him to defeat Sun with Rebellion? And he's like, oh no, my one true god.
Wow.
I'm so sorry. Let me do what's it called? Suicide by
Dogeza. Oh, Harakari.
Harakari.
Urine
I'm so
stocks are
sorry.
going to rise. Yes, urine stocks will.
On that note,
You're in luck.
That's gonna be a title.
Oh.
Urine.
All right, guys. With that being said, thank you so much for joining us. This is a fun stream. Remember to like if you have not already. And we will be back. What you think, Vonte? Next Monday, Sunday, something like that.
Yeah.
We'll probably go back to our live stream format to where we'll pick a dual reaction chapter. You guys will vote on that. And yeah, Undead Unluck. It's finally back for me. I know Vonte's been sitting on this for about 10 days. But anything else you want to add?
Just waiting. Like Victor and Andy, just waiting, man.
Like, well, you didn't have to wait 4.4 billion years? Sure. Any last final points?
I just want to say, Townsend and I have been waiting a lot longer for you guys, but here we are. So,
Okay, Victors.
No, I just want to say that the chat was great today. Glad you both are finally here. Excited to move forward and see how you guys continue to enjoy the story.
Okay. Vonte, anything you want to say?
Once again, thank you all for coming here. And once again, like this stream if you haven't, like Twitchy said. We will be here Sunday, Monday, which we'll let you guys know on the poll and the chapters to we'll react to. But with that being said, I hope you guys all have a good one. So please stay safe, stay healthy, stay clean. See you guys all in the next stream or video. See you guys then, and peace.
Peace.